My business philosophy is that you just have to work harder than everybody else. I think we all think we're working hard all the time. But I always tell my kids, they were like, yeah, we know you work hard. I'm like, no, it's not just I work hard. It's that I put in harder work than everybody else. I work harder and harder and harder and harder. And when everybody's sleeping, I'm doing more. I said, and that's what it takes to have that kind of success. It's just a relentless pursuit of creativity.
When you're talking about success, personal or professional, there's different things. Professional, I think it's the people who put in the extra work. I put in a lot of extra work, and it gets tiring. It's not the easiest thing all the time, but I always notice that even within my own industry, the ones who work harder, the ones who stay later, the ones who just are willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done are the ones who wind up going far. As far as personal success, I think, it's about being happy. It's about being good and whole on your own first, a whole person on your own, so then you can share that happiness with other people in your life. And that takes work too. And when you put in that work on yourself by exercising, eating right, doing your affirmations, that's all loving yourself. Then you can be happy because you know that you're complete on your own, and then you can have as many friends and great relationships, healthy relationships, because you will only make good choices for yourself when you love yourself.
Be proud of who you are, and don't ever be afraid to use your voice and get loud in the face of injustice. I believe that how you think, and I teach my kids this, your thoughts create your life. And so you have to think positive thoughts all the time. You have to force yourself to think positive thoughts at times. And so I do a lot of different affirmations. I'm open and receptive to all the goodness and abundance the universe has to offer. I am in perfect health. My children are in perfect health. We are safe. We are whole. I am whole. I am good on my own. I love myself. I love you, Jennifer. I love the universe. The universe loves me. God loves me. I am youthful and timeless at every age. I am enough. I don't let the opinions of others really influence how I think about myself. And that took a long time, because in the early part of my career, I did, and it made me feel really bad about myself. So I came out and I had my first song went to #1, and my first album went to #1, and my first movie went to #1. I was like, yo, I'm killing it. And then everybody was like, she can't sing, she can't dance, she can't act, she is just a pretty face, or her butt is big, or whatever they were saying about me. And I started thinking, yeah, that's true. And it really hurt me for a long time. And then I started realizing I just kept going. You asked me what I did. Despite the hurt and the pain, I just kept going. And I just couldn't allow myself to let that become who I was. I was like, no, I'm gonna make another record. I'm gonna make another song. I'm gonna make another movie. I'm a great actress. I'm a great singer. I'm a great dancer. I'm great at this stuff. And I'm gonna keep going. And I did. And that's all I did. I just kept going. And I just started working harder and harder than everybody else. And I saw that I was working harder than everybody else. And it started paying off. But more than that, I started believing in myself. I started believing in the fact that I wasn't imposter, that I wasn't a fake, that there was a reason I kept doing this and people kept hiring me. It was like, okay, maybe I am good at this. It took time, and it took me to believe in myself. Maybe that was happening because deep down I didn't believe. And I think that for me, the most important thing is not listening to all the outside voices, but making sure that the voice that I'm speaking to myself, that roommate, is a kind roommate, is a good roommate. I don't need that. I'm actually here and I'm okay and I am enough. I don't need this award right here to tell me I'm enough. I don't need that. Once you have kids, for me, what happened was I realized I had to do better. That I was doing okay, I was doing good, but I had to do better.
It's like what you said to that lady in the audience, like you have to take care of yourself
Yeah.
so you can take care of your kids. I relate to my kids in a way that doesn't make them feel less than me.
Yeah.
That where they feel like they can talk to me, I talk to them, we talk to each other with love, respect, you know, I want to be around them, they want to be around me.
Yeah.
And I think I always said I wanted to create a home that they always want to come back to. That's my goal. Like
Yeah.
everything about it. Like Emmy was like, I have to clean my room. I was like, yes, you do today, not tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
like they have chores, but they also, I think for me, it's important that they see me working hard.
I try every day to teach my children to be kind and tolerant, to dream big, but most of all to love themselves and others unconditionally and without prejudice. Because when all is said and done, that really is the most important thing they could ever learn.
I think it's a mindset of just continuing to realize that I'm still growing. And so long as I'm still growing, there's still somewhere to go, that there's more to journey, that just because I turned 50, it's not over. No, that's what I realized. It's not over.
And then there's Jennifer the mom, and Jennifer the public person, and Jennifer, you know, all these other things. And yeah, I think I go through all of those silos and think about it. But in the end, for me, the artist always wins out because that's what I love to do. And at the end of the day, that is what I'm doing. I don't see it as like, this is a statement about my life or the things that I believe. I started out as an actress to play amazing roles and do different things and explore different ways of life and transform myself into different people. Like I enjoy that's so much fun for me. And just in little subtleties and nuances, you know, that I didn't, even though I knew I was playing a stripper who was drugging people and taking advantage of people and stealing, I found that exciting.
I never let anybody kind of pigeonhole me or put me in a box of like, you can't do this or you can't do that. And every step of the way, people try to do that to you, especially when you're a woman. Now I feel like women, we're realizing we have all this worth and value and that we shouldn't be so quiet and on the sidelines. We're such nurturers and supporters and lovers that, you know, we were fine to kind of like help the guy out, you know what I mean? And help him be as successful as he can be. And now we're realizing, wait a minute, I have so much to offer. And I think we've known this for a while, but we haven't acted on it. And now we're acting on it. And now we're kind of living more out loud.